I wanted to look at 1994-95 Fleer Jam Session in this video. I randomly pulled out this number 170 Vinny Del Negro card because us basketball card collectors, we only have a few chances to collect what are called tall boy cards. So by definition, tall boys are 2.5 inches by 4 11/16 inches. That's the definition. But it's easier to just think of them as like you're basically adding another third of a standard card length. So, like, here's just a standard card, and you could see that gets you a pretty accurate concept. Imagine 1/3 of this card and plopping it up there. So, yeah, you can think of tall boys as an additional third of a regular card size. Now, when they were advertising them, more accurately, it's like 35% of the card. But just to keep memory easy, a third of a card, that'll do. So that's what you call a tall boy. Standard card and a third. The only other tall boy that we've looked at so far in this entire video collection I'm trying to make is the 1969 Topps Jerry West card. There's that card. Pretty famous card. This one, of course, isn't in the best condition, not particularly valuable. But yeah, nice card. All we really have until the mid-90s, if you collect basketball cards, are the 1969 and 1970 Topps. So when it comes to tall boys, that was it for a while. Mid-90s. It was the mid-90s when basketball card collectors had the chance to collect tall boys one more time. So back to this number 170, Vinny Del Negro. This is from 94-95 Jam Session. This set, really minimal design elements on the front. It kind of reminds me of Fleer's Ultra cards, those Fleer Ultra. The photo always took priority. And like Ultra at this time in the mid-90s, Fleer was advertising the fact that both sides of these Jam Session cards were UV coated. That was a selling point in the mid-90s for cards. They were advertising that a lot. So you have your full bleed photo on the front, and the player and team names are in these black boxes here on the side. They really blend in with all of the black on the Vinny Del Negro card. Some cards, they stand out more, those boxes there. The color that they choose for the names in the background of this NBA Jam Session logo, they were consistent for each team. And for some reason, the San Antonio Spurs, they got this odd pink color. I don't know where that came from, but that's on all the Spurs cards. So the fronts are real minimal. Let's turn this over. You can see that although the front of the card is minimal, the back of the card is really busy. This set, yeah, busy back. We get another photo, so that's nice. But depending on the team you're looking at, the colors are sometimes more unified, and sometimes they just don't really blend, like this one. They really don't blend at all. The card number in red, that was the same for every card in the set. But you have this basketball textured background behind the stats. And for San Antonio Spurs, it was this odd purple and orange ball. So, you know, the Spurs colors there, the black, gray, white, the red number, the purple, orange, it's a little chaotic, a little chaotic. The colors change depending on the team with this basketball. So sometimes you have a card where like the basketball colors will match the team colors, and then the team colors also match the red and yellow here that stay consistent, and that's a really nice looking card. But if you get one like this Vinny Del Negro, it's cluttered. It looks a little bit cluttered. They put some additional information between the bio and the stats, and that's nice. Real short, a quick point that they want to make. But, you know, to me, this info, it allows us to trace what's happening in his career very nicely on this card. It mentions that Vinny Del Negro, he finally averaged double digits in scoring. It would have been the previous season. This is 93-94. And if you look, we might have to zoom in on this. He was with Sacramento for a while. Then he went to play in Italy for 2 years. Nothing standing out too much in terms of statistics there, okay? But then he returned to the Spurs, and you can see they had a much clearer role for him as a guard. A lot of more purpose behind why they brought him back in particular. Look how his blocks really fell dramatically. So see, we're getting focused. Those blocks are down. He's obviously really more in a point guard role here. And then you can see that right there, that season, the scoring average finally crept up. A little better here. But when you combine this with that change in assists, you can see that he's finding purpose. Let's put it that way with the Spurs. He's now a point guard. A lot stronger assists. Finally hits the double digits in scoring. Blocks way down. We're not really needed in that role anymore. So the card tells a nice story, even a common card like this. In 94-95 Jam Session, there were 4 insert sets, and then there was a mail-in set as well. And that completes it all. So, yeah, I just wanted to introduce this set. It's our first Jam Session card that we've looked at. Like I said, second tall boy. So, you know, remember to be grateful for all your cards, even the commons. Lots of history, lots of fun in all of them. I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.